Well, Yasaba, ya damu ina masi ya 12 jumedieni so anam say Diamond try that piece also to in koma. Kama say etimi ede abre. Mamen Kel say Kel Chaco toothpaste for other man san komo we ye to me ede abro. Na quickly me na adofwase so former DC for Sen South Kobna no mafo na no me de twam ne kopɛ ne krabia. It was say Odamasi a ensa anafe Martin James Akosa MP for Techiman South ono so dia seda sonko ma nipa dodo a ebebo na chidom ebra na ne maame eda forma kopene krabia ya trasia ensa maame fa we entwa medika na odi hu komo Ghana komo ebre ne so Forestry Commission misremo Empam so forest illegal chainsaw operators no agency mo ho the Forestry Commission for Misremo Empam so forest empese begia tum say modjuma efo ni bi a collaborate with illegal chainsaw operators no modi djuma nti ebesremo say mo hwe na muntu wana mo quickly emfa ema ye ka say campaign team coordinator no ha na femi candidate aba just that you who election time I mean I do my candidate na dey so obefa
be dey be am tio o kan gum na hwe gum o so no ho na ze akwa no na o di president one day agebe wo kro
the young force able deputy minister local government atrase o wakwaba
any am just
and that's a power for your time you so na che
that's it
and afei George Opariado Osako Siakan mebunu eku a ewo NDC amayokorum bibia di adanse dada say party esi ahenefo no aginatum enti we no ebinum person omo 2 omo 8 no so no ono so toa the national youth organizer
only 40 na home there omo fa na
no so udi ufia say it's boy
wo so there
udi ufia say it's
Ghana nyina ho asem ne yeka e bia obi da che obi super so NDC youth leader na me bisa say omo ho no
party no share
tu udi 40 go out be youth leader
no but say unimu
that time na NDC itimen start with youth leader no omo number yes abini and he's still under 40.
No, for the records or only 40.
Me say no, I'm I tintin say
I say so soon pose for to kwani. Asem tia wari
I'm will be one help partner there.
So me who say I campaign money ya.
Okay for me. Was it goofy yourself?
For me they say me nipa ba ko.
You for organize and me na kwa chimota. That's not class or chair pay.
Either business say why campaign money jam na. Into on can he say you still qualify. No, said we'll be our
constitution does not have age limits.
Hey, so
in the NDC we don't have age limits.
In NDC, your money saying, constitution.
Yeah, that's the constitution. Couldn't say there.
Yeah, you did 55 got me youth leader.
So I'm
trauma.
Oh, the monster son. Oh, I could cry now deep my boy in him. Is that how is that possible? So we are going to do my boy.
Will you flee that?
I know Jesse.
I mean, Jesse,
you flee that chair me pay. It's no danger or no.
That's so the way I was saying.
Chair me pay. Why didn't you flee that? No, be within the quarter month.
I also on call you for you.
When it's not class from
also on call you for you. Hey, you be the boss son.
Then this Mboko.
Nyamiadom NDC Mboko.
I see.
Nyamiadom.
So far, say we are aware say mo chairmanship no nipa mienu asa beka ho ana presidential no nipa miensa asa beka ho
as it stands now ye be nominations you know sabe because of ba unya far from some your candidate you know
mo dey any different from MPP and MPP to me omo dey na beto abontin because MPP chairmanship as am about
minimum about 10 people
Davia ma
minimum of party
you want to say so Sam ko bio
but as it stands
now you be nomination
as it stands now
and who bisa me na so person
you bisa wo dey o criteria
as it stands now in the end this ye be nominations you know mean training power mobile but we still have Samuel Musabafo as the national chairman, and nothing has changed as a
Okay.
as a
Yes.
Okay, let's share with you the next probably minutes I'll be DBR because we want to understand what is happening in Parliament well. And the entire they say no one say you address issues as it is. It doesn't matter whether your party is in power or whatever.
Yeah.
So what's really the challenge now in Parliament? I say na be we behind one.
You be that say be chetie fo nyina ne wo mo hwe so mo ha de ko hwa ko duwa.
Yeah.
Be wi ni afro so be hwe wo. Budget asem afibia no o se aban wo so de budget ba na asan hye se ansa afi no kwa wi no na wo so de budget ba na nyina gitum afi ni hyase a ne ehu service sika ya twa to se emfa hwe o man ne sika e betumi nya ya se adwuma no nti 17 November na yewra ke no frata de budget ba parliament de bia se ne si ye no parliament ebedu a ebobo hu ya bo different debate no na debate no usually in two forms. First debate ni say programs and policies na ba ya engine tum we are answer estimates no sector bia ministry bia government machinery ni institutions sika se ni etwa to among into committee bia mo hwe sa sector so no unko bobo na mo fa report mba we no na be appropriation act na no so se be ja tuma ni aja tum na fiade etwa mu na ye wie debate no na dana ye be wie debate no na finance minister obai be hu parliament payimfo speaker and leadership so we tete na akoso na professor still ni edi nkomo na be ho betimi aye hu bibia wa ye no dia betu yanim enti ma ye che kakra anza na ye hye adwuma na ase enti obedu ho na majority leader formally o ma speaker ya awe ena so nyaaya anke ma finance minister grand kasa ansa na o mom ye leaders no o ma wine up debate no ena speaker so there be minority leader on kasa ema don kumano na mo fa nwie o mo chefa mo wa mo de be kasa o be se o wi a majority leader so kasa ansa na ne finance minister wono
Waka.
Na sheda nya majority leader de enso oje tum sa na opese ye na enti omo nyina ka o masem no na edu finance minister so eno kasa yo kasa wi a majority leader say sa dia anka speaker ma ho kwan say prayer speaker ma ho kwan na anka finance minister no on sa ni e hia na o wa opese o ka kire ya enso be hwese be gi atum no waka speaker say there be too late cannot start you ne to abaka too late into waka de bia say budget o say finance ministry no mo de parliament so consultations and budget nkraba.
So which is the norm? We are consultation we and now see a bit made the same.
Speaker no can just already why na dwen and or say request that finance minister dey aba no ono kwa endumi enga so agye atu anga speaker can say mama ho kwan anka say me ani ho normal say prayer say e be say me you say speaker say if they leave until mama leave no say yes sir on the say on to me into na yan to ni na parliament into otuma parliament mo amoji tu say finance minister on sani enhia no won kam enti ena yan ji tum no e kai mo amunyi tum no so mon kam enti ena no for can no ti otiwa odanda ni tia no so the man no for na say we the man no for say na ye sha e fi say ya can say finance and samran kan ye bro Inti ye deputy majority that sorry and I say mrakwa no waka so ye standing orders na we say voice vote we na ba kontin ho ase a etimi ka say ye nto aba nti ye abato no kra ye nka say yen so nyina ho na se yen kan abato na be se secret ballot and the speaker says I don't can the mrama ho kwanti me so me prama na yesa na emum be hwesa na o sum dia obi ono nam lobby ni bibia se be lobby ni bibia no o free answer na ya to aba and mo minister so am betra parliament mo nye MPs no mo so mo sorry nko and majority say oh anka finance minister de ono de na asema ba ono team na ye money di mpo na kasa osoro akoto aba ndi nya de ba se akoto aba na ayin kwa so nko to because security di ye bold ni abaje ballot paper no akoto udin kan ballot you know register no ho ya mo udin kwa na ballot paper because on print do bi answer nko bi answer nko to bi answer nko akwa se majority say so na o kan dia now until one said na e be di finance minister chi nne bi nko jam said Nigerian secretary no so ti ho e dey eno ono lobby
enyem
issue oti gallery ono abaro on to be even though last time January 6-7 na yeto abano not gallery ho no direction instructions
etiamra
so obi ko to ara je za ha no to ko e mo hwe we say ha no to do your signs wo cameras ni na wo etiamra
honorable
but no twebu ko e
honorable
eti ye finance chi na he majority epie ne mpie kwa sabe me wura me office no la me ko so TV me mpese obi na be kan che me so ye wo internal ya oti wa hu ne ko so chamber because one ne ko so chamber am ti answer speaker kan say quorum na mpese mu say quorum ti ye be head count we also nipa 137 na e say mo amoji tu mu say me prima finance minister ani enhia no mon kam yenti eno mboje so mo amoyi ntum no bia ni ho no say 137 enya na so wo hwa speaker e hono de na no ma fa ni so kakra because be bia do da koro ma se mu nim koro mu de uhia 1/3 pe se be she eyiase a we was standing on the so ha na je bia ni atro other paper na atro dia bia no fa bia o say into na ya list as a prayers message from the president formal communication by the speaker correction of votes and ministry kwa na ye be she sa adwuma we ya se a and obi tumi sorry ka say speaker o hwe constitution ni mu a 102 the makoroma say 1/3 or so a quorum of parliament apart from a person presiding shall be 1/3 of all the members of parliament ti e be she adwuma na se no so yeah so I meeting mo
ana ni padua e betima chance
board members bi amoye 9 quorum here 5 the nipa num ba bi okra tumi kan said na chairman no so ka ho a mutumi share meeting as inti sa na parliament no say ye chemu miensa na ye wo ho chemu miensa no wo ho a itumi share parliament adwuma se eno ene de share parliament adwuma na se na edu say to abade a onka quorum asem if the quorum no nya quorum no na we dey start adwuma no ebirim to kwa to ko no ma ba nsi e start no dey na quorum no ho nti say 92 and I 1/3 of 275 92 no dey na attract ra nti me tell say all can quorum asem say ye beto about si quorum no mo akakra because then me say the oba be ya ne say question dey we put question dada we put question so ni nyina yo ho nti ne aka ne say ya sorry a and ye nto aba ni ehu say majority no agi atum say mama into of course the yes and also majority agi atum say mama owie no nkoma no so ho anke no ano no owie no say budget nankasa motion for budget nankasa no ya nyituma na ase ya reject I just put another question no
different from quorum
because from the quorum no kwada nke atwam different from say yenje finance minister
and two man say
the yenje the request no prayer no say
so person engage
further no eno na ya beto ho aba ya sorry o maka no o so ma to aba ana o to aba e ma o mo say ma engage ni bio the budget no dey aba Oh, yeah, no, no, I put another question. Another question is, yeah, any motion, a buyer say, or a budget, no. Yeah, into man, I'm into. A honor, and I say, now, a Semka crowd, a Semka crowd, honor say, yeah, but two abba. Now put two questions. Answer I put two questions. Also making sure say at least half of Parliament, 50% or answer what my side.
As of that time in your side.
As of that time, because our kind say 137. 7K 200 and half 100. 240 and a half 120. They say 275. Half 137.5. Any half no. Now, we are 137, I just won't do half. We are 138, what half? I just thought you said.
It's only 137 what?
And on one kind, if you screen, maybe to them, my officer, maybe any course. And I said, Article 104, or say, except as otherwise provided in this Constitution, matters in Parliament shall be determined by the votes of the majority of members present. And voting with at least half of all members of Parliament present. At least half. As our best idea, at least half or so more.
And that's of that time, not half in you.
Not half in you. Not and soon half. No.
That's about so, but Pablo minority, my monument simple and just too ready for them. Casa ding in and say, who's say a brewery, so much idea we buy, especially with the e-living. Almost the bagana for the call here. Don't test you also impose a problem with procedure. And so they arrive at eating the matter for e-living.
Yeah, establish it, baby. There, I was saying, you know, MPP for a TSC. So this current parliament and your business as usual. And I'm saying, still, I know, Omunya fee
169.
169. Almost that's what 169. As we speak today, there is no majority party in Ghana's parliament. And you know it. You're a majority group. Because you're one independent, I already decided, say, when it comes to business of the house, I know more better now. So that single individual, no, I'm a forming group, because he's not a member of their party. He contested as an independent candidate. And see, that is what you know majority, you know. I'm constituting the majority group, no. I'm say. Two, I'm going to be a chairman, no. Yes, say minority will have their say, majority will have their way. And then this because then you will even representation of our parliament. It's in what we need a dialogue and a consensus building. What say chairman Sabonsu and a fairly majority group no. Maybe I'll tell you why. Maybe I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why.
Proceed and I can't answer.
Maybe procedure. What take my stance?
Oh,
now they don't say chairman go.
Maybe, and I'll tell you why he's failed the group. When the budget is passed, they're gonna for you now there. When happenings in Parliament, it delayed the passage of the budget. It would dire consequences for my Ghana. No, unim Ghana bakosema. And your budget is the same, and a deity one cool in the bar.
Liman, yes,
and a deity one cool in the bar. So these are not issues that are trivial. These are issues that are a border on national security and the country as a whole. It's, you know, we cannot continue to behave the way we behave here. No? You failed to elect a speaker as a majority, as a leader of the NPP. And a budget, for the first time in the history of our country, the majority group works out on Omo budget on present here for obvious reasons. Me bra pay will be and the narration or the ama as to the processes that went on. Or your lawyer ni. This whole argument of whether say 137 a constitute the majority of members and now also say 138 and a constitute, you know, a half of 275 and 138.
More than at least.
And I may say a half of 130, 275, and 138.
Yes, saying.
And yet 370, 170, 137.5.
I'm more 0.5.
Now much more 0.5.
Yeah, Yeah,
You don't have the 0.5. Obi any 0.5. Obi any 0.5. You see,
I'm not sure he has declared.
No, as it stands, it's 137, 137.
Plus one.
Honorable. Honorable.
Plus one to the two majority group.
Honorable.
Plus one.
Honorable.
Okay. Educated Ghana for.
Honorable. And
Yes,
also
so they have a plus of one.
They don't have a plus of one, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why they don't have a plus of one. They say 0.5. There is no guarantee anywhere on that day. Now, you got two speakers, but no, did they not have the plus one? Now,
You try 138 no cry.
And I make a trust.
How are cruising?
Yeah.
But you can't.
Yes. You see, so clearly it defeating the argument. And I'm telling you, so there are no assurances. It makes me so it defeats the argument.
It doesn't.
No, because you got to speak about.
I'm sorry, sir.
I didn't interject.
No, education of the public.
But it's the same thing we are all doing.
But your problem, but the other person.
And you vote in some near Kansas. And you vote in some American. Namika just open two questions now. Nipa also should be at least 50%. As to whether we better
50% is the
137.5. At least.
Okay.
There are other legal questions. People from the legal fraternity raising say. At the time you put in question, because the Parliament is saying we've not had proper pronouncements and proper interpretations of what the laws are. At the time, members about floor. When was the motion moved for the budget to be approved? At the time the original motion was moved, now members saying and they were floor. This is a legal question we should all answer. It's not a court. I'm like, yes, I'm on court. Because at the time a motion in the movie, all the members, there were more than 137 members of Parliament. At the time the motion was moved. So does it become say time now you move motion, and now you better come back, like I said, that is when the question was put for the vote to be carried. Is a yes or a no?
No.
It is subject to legal.
No, it's when the speaker asks all those in favor. That's the question. No, that's the question. That's why you put the question.
Because
there's a motion in Parliament, a debate 3 or 4 months. The TOCC, NDC side, Haruna ne Chief for say. You file list of.
Not be fair to me. All so there are legal issues surrounding all this. Why are they running away from going to the Supreme Court? Because knowing the NPP, as notorious as they are, everybody in the court, how come this time around they are not bold enough and they are not talking?
But the thing, the matter is clear.
What is clear about this matter? This matter is not clear because you see, I am saying I voted against. I am saying, sir, a motion was moved, and then the question was put, and we believe at the time the question was put, we had the numbers to vote against.
But they are saying legally, technically.
So legally, is it for them? Does it lie in the mouth of Obiamwa and Achebe Sabonsu to tell us that this is the position of the law? They don't have the right to interpret the law to any of us. Because the interpretation, his interpretation is what is also put. It is the courts that have the mandate to tell us exactly what the position of the law is. You see board situation, and this is basic company law. And my senior here is a lawyer. When decisions are being made, immediately we convert near our numbers now. You can choose to work out. Once the question is put and the resolution is passed, it becomes the law. This is basic company law. Maybe proceedings in Parliament may differ.
They differ. Quorum is different from decision.
For the first time.
That's what the Constitution has provided.
But what the Constitution has provided is not absolute. Because
it's absolute. Go to 102. 102 talks about quorum.
102 talks about quorum.
Which is 110.
And what does 104 talk about?
104 says that if you want to put a decision,
but at the time the question was put, before I'm all sorry appeal. Did we not have more?
No. The question which was put was whether to accept Kedufrata's intervention or not.
There are two things we are doing here.
Yes, the question was not about whether we should accept the budget or not.
Yeah.
And maybe you had every opportunity.
What radio? This radio is not going to wait. We are educating the whole country.
We are educating them.
I can refer to the Constitution.
But I've referred to the Constitution.
Which article are you referring to?
104 now.
Read 104. Is here. Read. Is here. Read.
But I've read 104.
No, read for the whole public to hear.
I've read 104.
Okay, so 104. What is the position of 104?
Where the third party.
104. Except as otherwise provided in this Constitution, matters in Parliament shall be determined by the vote of the majority of members present, and voting with at least half of all members of Parliament present.
So when they present in Parliament, the question is
where the time they put the question.
No, where did we say the time they put the question? Where did the Constitution
except as otherwise provided in this Constitution?
Yes.
Matters in Parliament shall be determined.
Go on.
Yes. By the votes of the majority. So shall be determined by the vote of the majority of members present and voting with at least half of the members.
When we say time you put in question, no, that they should be present. In the morning.
But there's a determinant there.
Take your time. Take your time and read the law. No. It's subject to interpretation. At the time of determination, when they came into Parliament that morning, 102 satisfies that there was a quorum, a business of Parliament should start. 104 says that when it is time for voting, at the time Parliament was in session, when they were present and Parliament was in session, they chose to walk out. So I will say, any time I feel, say, a law will not favor me, and then I've come to Parliament, I can always walk out. The favours of the Constitution is not anticipated will behave like this.
No.
But the
point is that we had the numbers.
This is not simple.
No, my head 169. Maybe I don't walk out.
But we had the numbers. But in this case, if you read what is happening here,
what does the law say? By the time the question should be. So go to court and subject it to interpretation.
Any individual can go to court.
No, but it is not.
Why are you insisting people should go to court?
Yes, say. So go to court and get your interpretation of the matter. It is simple as ABC. The crisis there is no buga.
Which one is the crisis?
The crisis is that if the budget refuses to pass, and as it stands today, there is no budget before Parliament. They can say otherwise. But from the side of the 137 of the minority section, the budget was rejected and there is no budget before
What's
Parliament.
the basis for rejection of the budget? And of course, let's not go by the rejection of the budget. The budget. How do you say one can say I'm running for?
But the budget was being rejected. It's been rejected. But the question was put. He was there. The question was put. And the budget was rejected. What is the noise they are making?
Man is Mashegu. Referee say VAR. Okay, was going to answer.
Who is the referee? The referee in this matter is the speaker. And the speaker was the one who put the question.
And the Constitution
the issues we sit, the issues that he, as a seasoned legislature, should not behave like this. What we need.
You are questioning my personal integrity in this matter.
I'm not questioning your personal integrity, but I'm saying that you should not behave like this. What we need is not this approach from the NPP.
Which approach?
This approach from the NPP before.
Finance is about so you need to go. Sayempre. What's the free or what's the free or you talk about some mo say afa. Ada buga buga dey tikuruma. The fancy entrance here. Mo sayempre.
They are going to Parliament.
Mo say amfa no maybe answer.
By the end of business today, we will know the real position.
Of course, I
can assure you that the position we took. The law is on our side. The speaker, who is the referee, have made an interpretation.
Yes.
To what he feels.
But the speaker was a bit my air.
And I'm saying that in this instance.
And appointment procedure.
And I'm saying in this instance.
That's Abuga.
You guys will have to be more circumspect.
Okay.
Well, that's how Damuina says happy birthday to the managing director, Lux Court Limited, Awal Sadat Kumasi. Happy birthday, Sunkopa Anna Yedi Emma. Now, first, so, Miami Mam Hosheni, Missy Wada from Yamiad Mamiminda or Quabing, Ebequaco Penny Crab, Yakama, Siwa, Eradinfa, Okra, NC, Yipa. Anti agi oba tampa Messi wa bakope Woody dombe kwampa ti Agnes Otimpa bi Messi wa prekope me old man mo last born anti agi ene from anti magi ona o hwe enkola bremi na Woody dom ko it's so painful anti ebeba beta ya ho achi adofo so beta ya chi na menko pemese wa kurabe Agnes Otin Pabi osamampa nua ba no na ye kana se jamia aduma memenda wo kwabin ana eye ne hwehwe nyina no ye de bekoso ama bibi atimi akọ kojo se ne mo amaka nyina so ye nyina ye ma ho hwede ne ya back to the studios. Will be wrapping up in the next 6 minutes. I think I was a Pablo, still national youth organizer for the NDC. Oh, so him say me a winning team, you know. Ono na ni say the me offer. Me na the fear. Na Pablo odi youth organizer me the me offer. Me offer. Oba yi adwuma ama du badu do na be di na ti ama. Ono na offer. O ti na offer ni badwuma say no. Pablo odi youth for here say aba ebusiam. Ba say da achiwi. Enua no ba ko. Okay, so what will be and then you come and say with Jim. What do we expect?
Oh, you're quite a normal parliamentary day. I quite human. You do issues of Abano, and a baby room, the Aka Massam. The baby, you know, also be out in once, no be out in once. Near I may say, maybe moon fat to trust him. And ni kitty buga bia metra parliamento. Serbia holding a parliament like a movie and got here to see order. And got Serbia or more to blow back one will be out to form them. In young holding a years, they are dream any answer, any young brass. It is an I may expect say never ye. Serbia said, Obin to be a seer. No, sorry, was the man saying that who out yapiamuno. We interpret you, man saying that young queen. Oh, can't cry and when you're dreaming. It means in your can know your dream. Now, quiet, the before so I bet you said when you're dreaming. I will be a con him. Sam, me expecting it. Into your dear was say, yeah, Kiki Biano be a tienka. Sabi, gonna be a dear, or be a shoe, to be mammy cabby dear. Yeah, a broso, yeah, an Africa crying dear compare, a brochina. Now, but it a cake, no way out to no way out to no dear. That then I'm more via, hanging I am. They drew her near the right by a human. I you own to one set now from my council. I mean, who say, right here, I'm quitting to me. I meant him once, so I can't wait. I'm a day fast. Now, maybe I could hear my intended. Yes, as a moon, I'm back never possible. Yeah,
yes, who were foot but what could you not catch that? Nimiani akukonti ombrefi. Future year no abu made on Family Party. Because from the inception of this parliament, so Fourth Republic, we eighth parliament. Omo mo dey to trust them, ne akakabin them.
I did not say me.
Akwembre ready. Yeah, entire Carlos, I think
before time we say before I even sorry, Mutaka ballot box. Police got ballot box. Almost sorry, that's almost sorry stage is we say
The other parliament, maybe the other.
What you also be?
It's David Sopoku answer.
But so much set record say majority every machine. It is shameful. It's shameful.
Of course.
No, but if you are bending the rules of engagement.
Who was bending the rules of engagement?
But
Public gallery. Why did they leave?
No, I'm saying another issue.
But that is why they left.
Issue.
That is why they left.
A good so explain this morning. A lot of people thought that
they say look at your
church. When Davis, when the columns are leaving, Davis the columns.
Davis is always according.
I know Davis cannot scream.
Davis screamed all of them in line. But we all saw the video.
Debbie,
you know, show TV.
Debbie, for the fact that
they made a mockery of themselves in Parliament.
The majority,
of course, yes. For them to follow a first-time MP. Davis the columns from Messina. I hope he can from some.
No, don't misrepresent the facts.
That is what the facts are.
So why
Davis, OPK, he called them some messing up. That's in HBO TV. So.
Okay.
And you see, for a party like the NPP, God forbid. God forbid. For a party like the NPP, I'm a wabang. Now, what the budget about Parliament? Now, public gallery, no, a kahubi. You left because they still didn't get chance to the
I think that is this morning.
And yet, this morning, afterthoughts.
Yeah, after
that dream, who not saying
who finance us? The finance minister.
The finance minister.
Oh, said your finance minister about
constituency 11
no, I see the finance minister.
The e-levy is double taxation. And yet the lazy man's approach to taxation. Sir, as a seasoned economist, you're born in so on the Babylon economy from the private sector. There are other innovative ways which they are generating revenue.
Right,
and yes, double taxation, multiple taxation, and then the generating revenue. And your lazy man's attitude towards thinking.
You can compare the abresa. You've also you.
These are facts. Ghana are not happy with this level.
Of course, that's a budget.
This particular one.
So what I've done is that, I had to go back into memory lane when the NPP was in power and the President Kufuor and budget was being read. The utterances of the NDC. And then in 2015, fast forward MPP to utterance when most would delay 30, 20 years.
209.
I know they said that your figures look cool.
Okay.